Yo, what's up everybody, how's it going? Today we're playing Heroes of New Dota again. Thank you very much to Line 1 Direct for making it and also for adding a casual mode so we don't have to play at normal Dota speed anymore. Anyway, Heroes of New was shut down recently. And with that came a lot of discussion. People are saying they want to see some of those Heroes of New heroes ported to Dota 2. And the primary candidate for that, the one hero that's always being brought up whenever these discussions happen, is PUPPETMASTER. Now, PUPPETMASTER is in this custom game, and we are going to play some PUPPETMASTER right now. Because I think it's interesting. Let's actually have a look at what this hero is about and whether or not we think this hero should be ported. And you let me know about your opinion there. Do you think this is a good fit for Dota 2 or do you not think he is a good fit for Dota 2? I'm gonna reserve my judgment for the end of the video because I want to see how you guys feel about it. But for now, let's get into the game. Today's video is sponsored and brought to you by Kingdom Maker. Kingdom Maker is free to play on iOS and Android. Check out the description, you can find a download link there. Kingdom Maker combines RTS, RPG and simulation gameplay in a massively multiplayer medieval fantasy world. Your main characters are your nobles, which you can use for trading, research, dungeon exploration, interacting with other players, and combat. Combat is a simplified version of Total War-esque combat. You can either spectate while your army fights, or you join in yourself. You create and customize your army during the city building aspects of the game. That's really the part I enjoyed the most. There's just something deeply satisfying about putting together and managing a big city full of all kinds of fun. Particularly as well because the tone of Kingdom Makers is generally very light-hearted. And you know, it just doesn't take itself too seriously. As mentioned already, Kingdom Maker is free to play on iOS and Android. There's a QR code on the screen which you can scan to get it, or you just use the link in the description below. So we got ourselves Grimstroke, who is PUPPETMASTER. Now as my first item here, I'm actually just gonna get a Hand of Midas. Right, we're immediately gonna build into a Hand of Midas. Why will become apparent in a second. So how does this hero work? Well, we have our 4 abilities. The most important one is this right here, Heavy Blood. Grimstroke imbues his 4th attack with the heaviest ink that explodes at contact, damaging enemies. So what this does is every 4th attack, we're going to do a critical strike that also deals its damage in an AoE. Right, so it's a 225% crit that has a 200 AoE, and within that AoE it deals 100% of its damage. Now, you may also notice it has stack cooldown down there. If we aren't attacking, then the ability will still kind of be cooling down and going down to like that ready hit. So every 6 seconds at max level, we basically count as getting an attack out, although important note there, that is interrupted by attacking. So you cannot use the cooldown to like basically attack less. Well, kind of, but just attacking is still gonna be faster. Alright, does that make sense? Then we got Captivate. Grimstroke draws an orb where the enemies are pulled to that point, restraining their movements. The more they move away, the stronger the pull. So this kind of like locks people into a specific spot. It makes it so they can't really run away from that location. They can still attack and cast, but they can't leave. And then we got Stroked Inspiration. Viewing Grimstroke's art inspires its viewers to do deeds for him. The victim loses control and attacks the closest ally or foe. So what this lets us do is it lets us target an enemy, and then that enemy will start attacking whatever is next to that enemy. It's kind of like Winter Wyvern's, here's our crit by the way, it's kind of like Winter Wyvern's ultimate, just a very small, very short version of it. It is incredibly powerful. This is an incredible ability. There's just no denying that in every way it is one of the main reasons why you would want to play PUPPETMASTER. It's one of the main reasons why you would want to, you know, use this hero. Because with this, if you catch an enemy off guard, you can literally just make one of their carries kill their support or another carry if you get really lucky. And in the meantime, you can set up to start killing them. They are vulnerable. You can just attack them in the meantime. So, it's a very powerful ability. You may notice that these two don't scale that much. They only scale in duration. And yeah, that's the only thing that scales there. Our main ability that scales is this heavy blood. Now, this is also why I said that getting a Hand of Midas will become apparent. We need attack speed. Attack speed is just kind of what enables this. So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves a bunch of attack speed items, you know, like Shadow Blade, Orchid, Hawkon's Blade. It's not called Hawkon's Blade in this game. Witchblade. What is it called? The Revenant's Brooch. Yes. That kind of stuff. Now, this hero has a scary, scary ultimate. And that ultimate is another reason why you might want to pick Puppet Master. Death Portrait. What this does is it summons an illusion of the target hero that we can attack. And whenever we attack that, or whenever that illusion takes damage, the target hero will also take damage, but a multiplier of it as magic damage. So you can see it, damage transfer amp is 110% up to 130%. And very importantly as well, this has like a max health, so currently it's 600. Now, you may have noticed that this actually allows us to force enemies to... Okay, this guy is being a little silly, isn't he? This forces enemies to attack a foe as well, right? Or an ally. Point being, it can also attack enemies or units on the enemy team. So here's a combo we can do. Or the guy in the mid is missing, probably coming bottom, so be careful there. So here's a thing we can do. We can cast Death Portrait, and then if the enemy is close enough to it, we can use Stroked Inspiration to make them attack their own illusion. Stop hitting yourself. But we can make them attack their own illusion, and that's going to be particularly effective if we then also get Heavy Blood to splash on both of them, kind of doubling up on the damage. So, yeah. It's a very powerful ability, let me just put it that way. It's really, really strong. And again, these two abilities are kind of the main reason why you want to use Puppet Master. This ability is how you use Puppet Master. Like, this is kind of what allows you to farm and deal damage and have a good time. Right? This is like the main tool that you will be utilizing. Oh, I'm taking some damage here. Okay. Alright. So we will do this. And then... Okay, we didn't quite get it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and keep attacking that illusion, and we got ourselves the kill. Nice and simple. Alright, good. Let me go ahead and pick up some power treads. Grab ourselves some healing, and we are level 10. Plus 1 second captivate duration. I mean, that's actually pretty good. We'll max out the Stroked Inspiration right now. And we have some boots. And I think next up I'm gonna get a Witchblade, and then I'm gonna get some invisibility. Now there's kind of two ways to play this hero. What I'm gonna be doing this game, because this is the only thing I know how to do, and I'm gonna play him as a carry. You can also play this hero as a support. Like, that is absolutely a thing, where you just kind of utilize the cooldown of this ability to, you know, like cast it frequently. Use it frequently. And then you utilize the fact that you have two good disables that are single target and, you know, just kind of effective on a hero that is ranged. Like, it's fairly straightforward. You just, you know, punch things and let your team punch them as well. Although, of course, that will kind of limit your damage output pretty significantly. But I'm not sure right now if I remember Puppet Master being played more as a support or as a carry. I honestly couldn't tell you right now. It's been a little while. But I definitely know that he did both. And I think that's one of the reasons why people find this hero appealing and interesting. Is that he can do multiple things. So, we're playing against Parasite, by the way. Which is a hero that can infest creeps, in case you haven't figured that out yet. Which is very annoying. And I wish you would stop. But that's okay. We're gonna go ahead and just deal with it. Yeah, we do a good amount of damage already. It's pretty simple. You know, we just punch things. Punch, punch, punch. We got ourselves that heavy blood. And it sure hurts, doesn't it? And, As we build up attack speed, it's just gonna get more and more powerful. Lightnings are also really good, because with lightnings, of course, we can kind of, you know, bounce the lightning to the death portrait and make it so that we get multiple damage instances, so lightnings are great as well. I like Invis, because one thing PUPPETMASTER does not have is any kind of mobility. We are just kind of bad if it comes to actually running away from things or interacting with them in a way that doesn't involve just casting debuffs and punching them. We're just weak in that regard. We don't have anything there. So we're gonna try to make up for that. We will get ourselves the increased radius. I mean, 25 attack speed would be good too, but I think the radius is actually really nice. Because radius is something that scales up pretty significantly. Alright. Can we find this life stealer? Sorry, parasite. What is he called in here? Nice. Doesn't show, he's still life stealer. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this tower, I guess. And... oh, there he is. Okay, there's one disabled. Oh! Oh! Okay, I underestimated that damage. That sure happened pretty quickly once it started happening, didn't it? Okay, okay. Yeah, that hero has a fun ability where he applies a debuff that makes it so you deal less damage to him and he deals more damage to you. And that's a kind of, I think, what did me in right there. I was waiting to set up for like a Stroked Inspiration Death Portrait combo, but it wasn't meant to be. I definitely underestimated the parasite's damage. Hello. Alright, good. Do this. Then we can go ahead and get ourselves this little trap right there as well. Here's you. We summon an illusion. Nuke you down. Nice and quick. So that right there is the perfect best case scenario where we get the heavy blot on both our primary target and the illusion. And you see, in that moment, it's just overwhelming damage. Gets really difficult to actually survive that. Okay, we have Invis now. So this is nice, it's like a bit of initiation. You might even sometimes buy a Blink Dagger on this hero just so you can actually get in and do stuff. Because that's, as mentioned, our weak point. Okay. We'll go ahead and lock this guy in place. And then probably... ooh, there you go. Alright. We have a bit of a disable there. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. That's not enough. Sadly, my Witchblade wasn't ready. We're gonna go ahead and lock you in place so you can run away right now. It's a bit of an interesting hero, right? Like, it's just a really, really strong... we've got really strong disables. And we don't have anything in terms of defense. We're just running in and we're hoping we can overwhelm our opponents. And we're usually pretty good at it just because we do have all of that disable. Alright. There it is. Again, you can't run away from it. There's an actual hard disable now. And then we run away. You might think Dragonlance is good. One of the problems this hero also has is low cast ranges. So you can see this is just the kind of shit. Honestly, the cast ranges on this are terrible. My attack range is bigger than my cast range. Yeah. See? Attack range is bigger than my cast ranges. If I get, what's it called? A Dragonlance? Sure, I can attack from further away, but I still can't really connect with my casts. I could get an Ether Lens, which would be really good for a support build, but I don't think we will. I think our plan is just gonna be, let's get a Mjolnir, let's go all damage. All damage all the time. Attack speed, that's really the key word. Right? Attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. And also like the lightnings, I think that's just a fun little combo. Okay, coming in down here. Go invisible, heading into it. There is the root. And then make it so you can't run away. Very good. We'll go ahead and summon a portrait, punch that a bunch of times, and get that kill as well. Bit filthy, isn't it? Just a tad little bit. I don't think we care about -2 seconds cooldown on an ability that has a 20-second cooldown. That feels not that helpful. I mean, sure, it would be nice to have it on a lower cooldown, but no well. What's Aghanims in chart? Oh yes, Aghanims. Transfer damage to the victim is increased by 100% and image HP is increased by 800. So it just makes our death portrait really powerful. And honestly, it's probably worth getting. That seems insane. And Aghanim's shard Captivate also applies to all enemies near the target within 400 range. Which is, I mean, that's kind of just a better Winter Wyvern ultimate then, isn't it? I'm not sure. It's got less duration and it's got, you know. Alright, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. AoE is smaller as well, and that's like a big part of Winter Wyvern's ultimate. So we begin. Let me go ahead and grab this. Is this now using the template? No, it's got its own modifiers, so you can see that it's definitely going a lot faster than before. But it's not just using the template. Nope. Yeah, look, that's our strat. We just hit them. We just hit them until they're dead. I know. Kind of wild, isn't it? What a bizarre strategy. Here, how about you go ahead and punch this creep really quick? Whoo! Deadwood. Yeah, that's Deadwood with his good old Falcon Punch. That hero has an ultimate where he just like punches the opponent in the face. And it's just a lot of damage, that's all it does. It just does a lot of damage. But Deadwood was kind of famous for being a hero that will just run up to you and then punch you and then you're dead. So, we can increase our crit or increase the damage that the Stroked Inspiration does. We're gonna go ahead and increase our crit because we are good old right click. Also look at our attack speed now. That's what I'm talking about. Are you just venged? You're just venged. Okay. Invis is active. It's coming over here. There's nothing here to attack, so the effect doesn't really do anything. Alright, there's the Enigma. Nice. Just kind of overwhelmed that really quick. Keep in mind, that's not Enigma, that's a hero called Flux, who's got lesser potential if it comes to overwhelming people. Because he just doesn't really have a disable. Alright, here is you, so you can't run away anymore. Oh. Well, I can't do anything right now. There's our disable, and now we just kill it. Yeah, it's all about disables. Just disables, disables, disables. That's all we do. It's pretty straightforward once you get down to the gist of it, you know? So, at this stage, I think it makes sense to... You know what? I actually do want to try out this Aghanim. That seems pretty good. Seems pretty nice. Seems pretty effective. So we might as well, right? Actually, oh, hello. Yeah, you're not Doom. Don't try to be Doom. Don't even bother, my friend. I don't accept you in your role as Doom. There's Parasite. Stop you from running. And do this. And now you need to attack. And I'm dead! Yep. I mean, honestly, I very much deserve that. Very, very much so. Hey, I hope you're enjoying the video. If you do, I would appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up. It genuinely matters, and thank you. Let me grab my Aghanim's shard just so we have that as well. And what this hero does need is some cast range. That's something where we are definitely low. So I wonder if, like, if this hero were to actually be added into Dota as he is here, I'm guessing he'll probably be played more as a support with Ether Lens, because Ether Lens fixes one of his biggest issues, and they can actually throw these spells out from pretty far away. Because I can honestly see the Aghanims being very good as well. Increasing the HP of this by 800. So it's like 2000 now, and then the transfer is also really fast now because it's 230%. And I'm pretty sure you can overkill damage with it. So it's like a, I don't know, it's like a 3000 damage nuke if you do it right. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. And all that for like an Ether Lens and Aghanims, and then you get the Aghanim's shard here, if that were to be in the game. I think the hero could be a very viable support for sure. I'm not sure if I would enjoy playing against him. Probably not. I think you can tell that he's not necessarily the most interactive. When he kills you in a way that you can't really do anything about. And that's just it. Yeah, when he kills you in a way that you just can't interact with. And that's a little frustrating at times, you know? Alright, you go to the secret shop really quick. Activate this. So that's just a stun right now, and then we get the kill. We'll grab ourselves this beautiful Hawkins plate. It's not as good here. Hawkins plate in Hon made it so you could turn your attacks into magic damage. Just for mana. Like you could just have it active and every attack would use mana, but it's magic damage now. But that was not nice. Oh my god. But here in Dota 2, this effect only lasts for a set number of attacks, which makes him not, which makes it not as good for PUPPETMASTER, I think, because you know he's all about having high attack speed. Set number of attacks means it tends to work a little bit better if you have lower attack speed, but you deal more damage per attack, right? So I believe I've got an empath going on right now. That's just cool. Is that right? Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and take down this tower. Ooh, I would love that paladin sword. I'm just gonna keep hitting. There isn't really that much I can do. I was silenced. I mean, what I need to do, and what I needed to do all along, and I think that's pretty obvious. No, I wanted that. Can I have the paladin sword if you're just gonna have it backpacked? But I need to buy a BKB, right? I think that's probably obvious, and you might already be thinking to yourself, why doesn't Baumi have a BKB? It's because I was just, you know, I don't know, having fun. But yes, 100% to make this hero work, we are looking for a BKB. And with a BKB, he'll be much, much stronger. And yeah, at this point, I mean, it's just getting rid of the Hand of Midas, buying a Moon Shard, and getting another thing. I don't know what that other thing could be. Like a Skadi MKB, probably. MKB makes the most sense to me. I mean, we kind of want damage, so we can crit it. But, you know, you can do enough damage with MKB. MKB just give a little bit. Okay. Gotta wait until I'm back alive, though. Satanic. Oh yeah, Satanic. Lifesteal wouldn't be too bad for sure. It's a little weird. From what I remember, you actually don't build too much lifesteal with this hero, too much survivability, because he's just squishy and weak anyway. So it's one of those things where you can try to fix this. You can try to make him have more survivability. But at the end of the day, it's going to be so difficult to actually do efficiently that it's just not really worth it. Okay, we've got that kill. we got that one. And you're better off to just lean into your offensive power. That's it. Anyway, completely annihilated those people. That Aghanim is insane. That Aghanim is just straight up murdering anything that gets hit by it. Did you see the parasite, the life stealer, just vanish? Yeah, no, that's definitely it. That's what he does, you know? It's a strong ability. I always liked it more because you could like place it a little bit further away as well and then have your team do the damage for you. Right, that's again how you would play him as a support. You just cast it and then you don't necessarily do the damage, but there's going to be AoE flying around or one of your carries can just like murder it for you. And that way you can take it down. Alright, so we'll get rid of this. And do we want to get a Satanic? I think so, why not? That seems okay. Hello. Yeah, you just keep hitting those. Alright, there's this. Silence, that's okay. Not a problem. And now I can get myself a moon shard. So we're really... Man, we got a lot of... We got a lot of attack speed right now, don't we? So let's go ahead and take down this. And we're gonna go ahead and just probably end the game at this stage. Running over here, friends. I'm coming in. Coming in. Nice. Few quick hits. I think it's time to just put him out of their misery. Alright. Yeah, the fact that there are so many disables, right? It's just rough. And I think if I may conclude this video like this, I don't really like PUPPETMASTER that much. I don't know if you picked up on that. I don't think he's a terrible hero. I don't really understand why he became kind of the example of a hero that should be taken from Heroes of New Earth and added into Dota. He's just not that interactive, right? He just disables you, and then you are disabled, and then he either kills you or you kill him afterwards, and that's it. That's the whole process. And for me personally, I find heroes to be more interesting when they have a few more steps than that. But PUPPETMASTER really doesn't. That's it. That's the whole thing with the guy. Also a very snowbally hero. I'm not trying to say that he's a bad hero design. I don't believe that. But I also don't think he is kind of the pinnacle of what was in Heroes of New Earth, right? I mean, to be honest, we have heroes in this particular lobby that I think are more interesting. Like Empath, which is the Death Prophet. I mean, if you even want to make the case, I think Deadwood is more interesting. Although I was never a big fan of Deadwood. Parasite right here is definitely more interesting. So yeah. Hello. Oh, I wanted to try and one-shot the Doom again. Oh, man. Anyway. So that's PUPPETMASTER in Heroes of New Earth. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a rating on the video. I'll definitely appreciate that. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye.